Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1595. And I am going to prepare us for the live show today. I am almost always a little late. Don't know why. It's the sort of thing that happens when you don't have a cool assistant to drive you along or anything like that. When you're doing things alone, you gotta be careful about timing and, looking at what other authors have said is time blocking. Time blocking is a good idea. All right, so here we are, and I am gonna do the rules for you today. We are in Not Your Mother's Rules, the New Secrets for Dating, and the rules for marriage in a little bit. Now, Not Your Mother's Rules, I want to read chapter 4, which is prior to the actual rules. It says, do whatever you want until you are ready to do the rules. Now, in Morsels of a Thought, we hope to give you some thoughts of wisdom. And when we hope that these are good pieces of wisdom. Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider sure know what they're talking about. They wrote the rules. Where's that book? Oh, the rules, time-tested secrets for capturing the heart of Mr. Right, a long time ago. And then they came up with this one more recently. And then they came up with a rules handbook, a guide to creating loving and lasting relationships, which can apply to almost everybody. So this started out as women dating men. Now it has become a phenomenon where we all can learn how to make people want us more rather than less. And it has to do with being happy for yourself, by yourself as well, and being considerate of what others need versus what they say. Gotcha? Okay. Got it, got it, got it. Do whatever you want until you are ready to do the rules. Are you okay when a guy you hook up with never texts you again? Do you think being asked out last minute is fun and spontaneous as opposed to insulting? Do you ask guys to hang out and just shrug when they say no? Do you continue dating a guy who says he is not looking for anything serious and who sees other women? When your mother or friends suggest the rules, do you say, I have an MBA, no one's going to tell me what to do? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then keep doing what you are doing. This book may not be for you, or at least not yet. All we can say is have fun breaking the rules while it lasts. Stalk a guy, write on his wall every day, fly to his city, text him at 2 a.m., and tell him how much you like him. Have the time of your life. Be bold, courageous, and sassy. Act crazy and carefree. Let's face it, most college girls don't want any rules, much less dating rules. They want to do whatever they feel like. They're not thinking ring, wedding, marriage, and children, so why should they give up short-term fun for long-term anything? They may not even have any future plans yet. At this point in their lives, they just want to study and party and hopefully graduate. They want to experiment with sex and possibly with drinking and drugs. They are not looking for anything serious. They want to be silly and flirt with whoever catches their eye instead of waiting for the guy who notices them first and makes the first move. They are not looking for husband material. They want the option of going on booty calls when their hormones are raging. They want to run with their feelings instead of being discreet. Why follow a boring set of rules when you're young and have the rest of your life to do that? Why not have fun now and figure things out later? We totally get it. The rules are simply not for women who just want to have fun. They are for women who get hurt and depressed when a relationship doesn't work out. They are for women who call their best friends therapists Psychics or us when they don't know how to get a guy to commit. They do not find random hookups fulfilling anymore. They want a loving, lasting relationship. If you don't feel this way yet, then definitely burn the candle at both ends. Text guys all night or hop on a plane to meet an online guy you just friended on Facebook or whose profile you just clicked on. We frequently get and Facebook messages from women who feel their sister or friend could really use the rules. They write, she took back a guy who cheated on her. She really needs the rules. Or she's 30 and been dating this guy for 6 years and he still hasn't proposed. She needs to wrap it up already. Or my coworker is in love with a married man with kids and I don't think he is leaving his wife anytime soon and I can't get through to her. I wish she would do your rules. Or we get emails from worried mothers saying, my daughter is always chasing guys and getting hurt. I'm worried about her getting a reputation. Can you help her? We get emails from women reading gossip blogs or tabloid magazines who write, I can't believe so and so actress visited him on every movie set and moved in with him. No wonder he thought she was clingy and dumped her. She needs the rules. We have we even have rules fans on Facebook who feel that the book should be handed out at birth or at puberty or at least taught in sex education in high school. I have an example of how a guy thought I was clingy. He would call me 2 times a day. I would answer the phone. We would talk. He would invite me over to his place to work, and we were work partners actually. And I would go there and work. He would say he didn't want to come to my place, so I didn't have to have him come to my place. And I went to his place, and then I decided whether I came home or not when I came home. Now, this was for work. So it wasn't work, it was volunteer work. So at the end, he slandered me. He said I stalked him because he saw somebody that had a similar color car as mine. He said that that car was always there and somebody was eating lunch in the car, blah, 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 blah. He even called me one time and said, you can come upstairs. I was like, what? And he said, isn't that you in the car eating lunch? And I said, I'm at home. And he said, oh, okay. I think he probably went downstairs to find out it wasn't me. But he went and told 50 people that he was being stalked by a woman, and he claimed it was me. And he even claimed he had a witness because his neighbor saw me drive on the street near their house. I was driving, it's a very busy street. He doesn't own the fucking street. Excuse my language, check mark. But I sued him for slander, for libel, technically. And I won the case, but I didn't win any money because they said it was volunteer work. So I wasn't damaged. Fuck that. But anyway, check mark, check mark, check mark. So this video isn't going very far because of all the F words, but I will tell you, I actually came home, did a live show because did I finish the case or not? I think I just came home and did the live that night, that afternoon when I came home from court. And Alan Fein liked my show at that time. I was so happy and I friended her and she friended me back and we talked a little online, a little bit, couple texts back and forth, no more than two maybe. And another thing about the rules is in this book you will also learn that you shouldn't have more than 3 text messages go back and forth. If it's the fourth one, you have to start to ignore them. Okay, anyway, back to this. Of course, we understand how they feel, the ones who are chasing guys. It's frustrating to watch a friend or family member or a beloved actress screw up her love life when there is a better way to date, but we tell them what we are telling you here. Okay, let me tell you something else. Morsels of a thought is hopefully to give you thoughts of wisdom, and wisdom is, well, knowing the right thing to do in life is a form of wisdom. It's not knowledge as much as it is wisdom. It is knowledge, but knowledge is like sand. Wisdom is like sculpted glass. That's a yingism. Ying, 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 ying. The yin yang said this. Ying, Mary Yang Wu. Pei Ying, Mary Yang Wu. That's my full name. But we tell them what we are telling you here. The rules are for women who want them, not for women who need them. Playing hard to get and dating with boundaries and self esteem are not easy to do, and no one is going to do it until they have been burned badly and hit rock bottom. I'll say I did the same thing. I dated a neighbor once. 1997. Okay, so that's the story there. When women buy our book or get in touch with us for consultations, it's not because they arbitrarily woke up one day and decided, I think I want to be a rules girl. It's not because they have nothing better to do. It's because they just got hurt by yet another guy in yet another going nowhere relationship and desperately want to change their MO. They have endured years of pain and suffering and humiliation, and this last relationship is the final straw. The boyfriend cheated again, or the guy they dated for 5 years never proposed, or the married man didn't leave his wife, and they just can't take it anymore. They're tired of waiting or stalking or having fantasy relationships. I have never stalked a guy. Fuck that. Oh, check mark. Fifth check mark. They're tired of instant gratification with nothing to show for it. They're tired of being dateless to their cousin's wedding. They're tired of being dumped. In some cases, a woman will contact us because she just met Mr. Right and doesn't want to blow it. After years of breaking the rules, After years of breaking rules and settling for random hookups, she finally meets a cute guy, and after one kiss, she has an aha moment. She realizes that she does want a healthy, loving relationship, not just a lot of texting and sex. She doesn't want to mess it up by coming on too strong. What are you doing tonight? I have 2 tickets to a concert. Or being needy. When will I see you again? I've never said that to a guy, God sakes. She thinks, whoa, I don't want to lose this guy. I need a plan. When a woman is at this point, when she wants to stop her self destructive dating habits, she is ready for the rules. So now, I have to say that my mom was a rules woman. Even though she never actually saw the rules, that's how she taught me to do the dating. And I would stray from what she said. So that's why I completely believe in the rules. I completely think the rules are a good thing for women who want healthy, satisfying, happy dating and marriage relationships. And the men are happy too, because the truth is that they love a pursuit. They love the chase. They love a challenge. So when they catch what they get, what they want, they feel like they've pinned down the woman for a date. They feel like they've reached a touchdown, say the authors. So, okay. Naturally, we understand, the authors say, we understand that some younger girls reading this book might have naturally we understand that some younger girls reading this book might have a hard time following it. They're in an environment where their friends have frat guys on speed dial and everyone is getting drunk and going on booty calls, not ending dates first. They are still figuring things out and finding themselves. Try to tell your typical college sophomore to have one drink and to wait until she is in a committed relationship to have sex, or rarely write on a guy's wall on Facebook and see how far you get. We have spoken at colleges and at seminars where young women have complained that it's hard to do the rules when everyone they know is texting guys nonstop and hooking up. But the truth is that when you can still be a rules girl, regardless the truth is that you can still be a rules girl, regardless of your circumstances or environment. You may not want to get married at 19, but you might want to be in a loving relationship with in which the guy is crazy about you. The rules give you the upper hand. You have control. You don't get hurt. Now, wouldn't that be nice? College girls are not the only rebellious ones. We hear from women in their 20s who are into self discovery and following their hearts, not into thinking hard and abiding by a boring set of dating do's and don'ts. They feel that the rules are not fun or that they are not ready to do them now. Maybe in 5 years. We get it. We also have clients in their 30s, 40s, and 50s who are just out of a long relationship or an unhappy marriage. They have not been on a date with a new guy in years. They call us to find out what the rules answer is to their situation, but then they are not ready to follow through. They crave recklessness. They want to act like adolescents and have 3 hour text fests and 8 hour first dates and even a few one night stands. I've had a 6 hour call before I knew about the rules. I've had a 6 hour call, and my best friend called me as a guy also called me and said, "Okay, when are the wedding bells?" And I thought to myself, I dated that guy for 9 years, 9 years, and I found out about the rules while I was still in that relationship. God, don't do that. Don't do what I say. I do. Do as I say, right? Well, no, no. I have been married before, but being with that guy for 9 years is as though I've had a second marriage. As though, almost as though. But I will say that getting hurt a few times or a lot of times is going to make you want to do the rules. And I got burned pretty badly the time I dated the neighbor because I figured out that he was using me as a side chick. Oh, right. Well, all of this was more than 20 years ago. Okay, so the authors say we had what? Okay, you know what? I'm going to read the last paragraph of this one. No matter what your age, whether you are a single college freshman or a divorced 45-year-old, the rules are for you if you are tired of making mistakes with men and getting hurt or dumped. The rules are for you if you want to be in a healthy, loving relationship with a boyfriend and or future husband as opposed to one-night stands and instant message marathons. So when doing whatever you want stops working, you'll think about doing the rules. Until then, go wild. Okay? So I'm just going to mark the part that I skipped, and then you'll know. And if you ever call me and ask me, I'll tell you what it said. But always get this book, the blue one, as well. If you are also reading the original rules, the thing that the blue one has that the original rules doesn't have is for the technology, the texting, the um, computer email stuff and everything. So, okay, here I had something here I wanted to read to you. I can't see where I don't tell me I didn't mark it. Darn. Oh, I know where it is. 15 extra hints, page 192. That's what I wanted to read to you. Okay, so in morsels of a thought, we know that. Oh, wait, I read that to you. Ah, okay. We will go to be a creature unlike any other. There we go. Continue to be a creature unlike any other. A CUAO, creature unlike any other. Rule number 2 is on page 10. When you were single, being a creature unlike any other was all about attitude, having the self confidence to weather a bad date and holding on to the conviction that you would one day find the right man, the man who would love you for the unique person you are. We asked you to pump yourself up before dates and believe in yourself. When you're married, this is the rules for marriage, time tested secrets for making your marriage work. Now, when you're married, you must continue. Okay, the rules authors are married, by the way, so they're the best people to get they are the rules authors. When you're married, you must continue to believe that you are a creature unlike any other, but now it means having confidence that your husband loves and appreciates you and that you can have a successful and fulfilling marriage. In other words, apply the self-confidence you had while dating to being a happily married woman. Exactly what do we mean? Here are some examples. Maintain a positive attitude. It helps to be optimistic, not cynical, and to look at the glass as half full. You still believe in love and marriage, even if some of your friends are divorced or this is your second marriage. You smile a lot. You're easy to be with. You're not a grievance collector. You don't hold grudges because you know that grudges hurt you more than any other person and add wrinkles and years to your life. So you don't tolerate them for more than 5 minutes. You believe that good things happen to good people most of the time. So you try to be good. You don't care if people think you are naive or a Pollyanna. It makes you happy to think this way, and that's what counts. If you work, you do your work and go home. You don't make work your whole life. You are balanced. You believe in family first, business second. Your priorities are straight, and you're not jealous of what other people have to do. Don't make mountains out of molehills. For example, if you trust your husband and he talks to an attractive woman at a party, you don't spend the entire car ride home grilling him about her. So, did you think she was pretty? If you were single, would you have asked her out? Leave him alone. Your husband is allowed to talk to another woman or find her attractive. It just means he's a man and has eyes. Sometimes a married man will call us to complain that her husband's ex-girlfriend calls, sometimes a married woman calls. Why did I see that word as man? Sometimes a married woman will call us to complain that her husband's ex-girlfriend calls once a year just to say hello. She wants to know how she should handle this. We tell her to do nothing. As long as her husband is not the one calling the ex, there's no problem. You're in control and you make an effort to be calm. Whether you practice yoga or meditation, the 12 steps, or light candles, read the Bible, or go to temple on Saturday or church on Sunday, try to figure out some way to rise above the daily craziness of life, the trivialities, and the petty annoyances that can bog down a marriage. Stay centered. Know that the daily discipline of exercise or prayer or whatever it is you do will give you the strength to get through everything. So you set aside the time to take care of yourself in this way. Hence, you don't live from crisis to crisis. Your life is not a soap opera. You don't let people or events ruin your serenity. You know that happiness comes from within. This is the higher self that is talked about very much in the Rules Handbook, the higher self. But you're not an evangelist. If you're into some self-improvement program, are anti-fur, a vegetarian, an ex-smoker, or born again, quote unquote, you are not trying to convert everyone you come into contact with. Nobody likes a zealot. They're boring. You know that you just have to live your life and not try to change anyone. You believe in live and let live, beginning with your husband and your children, and you are serene. In the rest of this book, the Rules for Marriage, Time Tested Secrets for Making Your Marriage Work, you will find that more than 40 ways to help you continue to be a creature unlike any other throughout your marriage. Okay? So I will talk to you again tomorrow. That old Martin Van Buren, old Kinderhook was the congressman who wanted to see things done right. Okay, that's where we get that. Old Kinderhook.